Hello friends, welcome to Ace Education. In the last video we have seen the basics of Autocad like the toolbars, the user interface, how to create the layers, how to set the dimension style. Now in this video we are going to take a problem on orthographic projections. So guys, in orthographic projections, one three-dimensional figure will be given to us and we are supposed to draw its three views in two-dimensional figures. Like this is a three-dimensional object you can see, and the x direction is given to draw its front view. So guys, when you are going to view from the direction of x on a plane, vertical plane, you are going to see the face f1 and face f2 directly in the perpendicular directions. So this would be your front view. Similarly, if you are looking from the top, surface T1 and surface T2 can be visible from the top. Now, this is a case of front view and top view. If you're moving from left, this view is called left-hand side view. So, when you are looking from the left, this left-hand side view can be seen as single surface, that is single surface S. So, as per first angle projection method, we are supposed to draw front view above XY line. So, we are considering here XY line is line, and this one is called X1 Y1 line. So we are drawing front view always above the XY line, and then top view that will be exactly below the front view. Now come to the left hand side view. Left hand side view should be drawn on right hand side of front view. Similarly, right hand side view can be drawn on left hand side of front view. So guys, this way we can build the front view, then top view, and then side view. So this left hand side view has been drawn on right hand side. So guys, here we are going to start with the first problem of orthographic projections. So this is the object that you are supposed to draw, two circular holes that can be seen from the top with these two holes in the base plate. In the front view, the surface can be seen with this rectangular slot. So before we start, as I told you in earlier video, we must create the layers first. So create the layers for dark line, that is continuous line, center line, hidden line, and projection line. So guys, once you create these layers, now you can close this, and using this projection layer, we are supposed to draw all its views. But very first before I'm going to draw anything, we must know the total overall dimensions of the object, that is total length, then we'll find out the total breadth, and then we'll find out total height. So these are what the overall dimensions that will be required of the object. I'll select this text to increase its scale, and after selecting that text, I'm increasing from 2.5 to 6, and then I'll close this. So this is what length, breadth, and height that are supposed to be calculated from the diagram. So from these x directions, just try to find out the total overall length of this diagram, because we are supposed to create the blocks for front view, top view, and side view first. So for that box, the total overall length of the front view would be from this corner point, that is extreme left hand side point, to extreme right hand side point. You are supposed to calculate. If I see this 100 mm is given from extreme left hand side point to the center of this cylinder, right? And the remaining length on right hand side, that would be the radius of what? Outer circle. If you see the diameter of outer circle, it is given diameter 36. So this radius would be 18. So the total length from extreme left point to extreme right point, that is 100 plus 18, that is total 118. So I'll give here total length as 118. Then I'll move to the breadth. So total breadth can be seen from this corner point to this corner point, and that is given 75 mm. So I'll mention 75 as breadth. And the total height of the object, that can be calculated as what? Here you can see 63 is given from the base of the object. This is the base, so it is starting from base and ending at top of the cylinder, which is what? The diagram itself. So the total height of the object is what? 63. So mention height as 63 and then close it. So these are what the overall dimensions we got. Now we are supposed to draw the blocks for front view, top view and side view. We know that front view will be above XY line, top view will be below XY line, and then left hand side view can be drawn on right hand side. Before you starting your drawing, make sure that ortho mode is on, and also go to the object snap, check the setting, make sure that all points are selected in object snap, then click OK. Then take line command to draw the XY line. Approximate length of the XY line I am drawing here 250, and then I'll close by escape command. Similarly, a vertical X1 Y1 line can be drawn through the center approximately of the same length itself. Now we need at least 20 mm gap between the two views, whether it is front view or top view, or whether it is front view and side view. So here we'll be taking a copy command and we'll select this line, right click, left click, drag the mouse outward, give distance 10, enter, take the mouse downward, give again 10, enter. So you have copied here horizontal line by 10 mm in upward direction and in downward direction. In the same way, you can copy this line, vertical line, on left hand side and right hand side by 10 mm. Go to the copy, select the line, right click, left click, drag the mouse on left hand side, give distance 10, enter. Now drag the mouse on right hand side, give distance 10, enter. Once it is done, now we can draw the two views, front view from this corner point and top view from this corner point. So this 10 and this 10, total 20 mm gap would be maintained between the two views. In the direction of X, that is in front view, length and height is visible, not the breadth. So I'm taking a block of length versus height. So take a rectangle command, select the first corner point, drag the mouse on left hand side. Now give length here 118 as just we have calculated, and press tab key to give the total height, that is 63. Give 63 and then enter. This way you have created this block for the front view of length versus height. But when you are moving to the top view, which two dimensions would be visible in top view? So when you are looking from the top, you can see either length or breadth. The height cannot be seen in the top view, right? Because only you can see what? The total length and total breadth. So length and breadth, so that is 118 and 75, with the help of which you are going to create the rectangle. Choose this point as the first corner point of the rectangle, drag the mouse downward direction, give length 118, press tab key and then give 75 as breadth, then enter. This is the block you have created from top view. When you are looking from the left, the breadth and height is visible. No length can be seen from this side view. So breadth and height, that is 75 breadth and 63 is height. So length I am giving 75 tab and height 63 and then enter. So guys, here we have created three blocks one for front view, second for top view, and third for left hand side view, which will be coming on right hand side of front view. Because we are following first angle projection method, we already seen first angle projection method in projection of lines. So guys, now we are going to draw the actual orthographic projections of the object. Now here you can see the more numbers of circles can be seen in top view. So I'll be starting with the top view first, and in the top view it can also be seen that whole object is symmetrical about this axis of symmetry. So I'll draw this axis of symmetry in the top view. That would be the horizontal line from the top. This is the x direction. When you are looking from the top in the same direction, this axis line can be seen as horizontal line, which will be passing through the midpoint. So I'll choose center line, and from the midpoint of the top view block, choose the midpoint on that line, click the first point, drag the mouse on right hand side and click the second point on the midpoint. Here you have created the center line. So guys, here you can see the scale of the center line is not looking better. Now to alter the scale or to change the scale of the center line, there is one command LTS, that is line type scale, LTS. Just LTS, type LTS and press enter. When you enter, the by default it is showing scale 1. You can change that scale 1 to different scale. I'm decreasing that scale below 1, so I'm making it 0.5 and then I'll press enter. So you can see the changes in its scale of the line. If you want to reduce it again, press spacebar and you can do the change again. So I'm giving here 0.3. So I've drawn here center line which is passing through the center of this top view block. Now I have drawn this center line here itself. Now I want to draw these two circles. So guys, to draw these two circles, I need another center line so that I can locate the center point here. But this center point or this center line can be obtained at a distance of radius of outer circle here, which is 18 mm because diameter is given 36. So this distance would be 18 mm. So from this point, extreme right side point, I'll measure 18 mm and I'll draw this center line here. So I'm going to draw a center line at a distance of 18 mm, keeping the center layer and take line command. The very first of all, I will draw the center line on right side plane itself, and then I will move this line on left hand side by 18 mm. Select the line, right click, left click, drag the mouse on left hand side, give distance 18 and then press enter. Now change the layer and take circle command. Take intersection of both the lines as center of the circle, drag the mouse outward, then give radius 18 and then enter. Guys, to zoom in and zoom out, you can take a help of the scroll button provided at the center of the mouse. Whenever you scroll it, you can see zoom in and zoom out. Now it's time to draw another circle which is having diameter 22. So take a circle command, take intersection point at center, drag it outward, give radius 11 and then press enter. Similarly, now we are going to draw this vertical plate. So we'll mark this 36 mm from the center of the cylinder. So I'll copy the center line at a distance of 36 on left hand side. So that would be the position where this vertical plate would be at the top position. Now width of this vertical plate is 12 mm, that can be seen from the top. So to create this 12 mm width, I'll copy the center line on both sides by 6 mm. So I'll copy this line, right click, left click on any one point on the line, give distance 6, enter, drag the mouse on downward, give distance 6, enter, and then escape. but these two lines must be what? The dark lines. So I'll make it continuous. Also, I want this line to be a dark line or continuous line. So I'll select this line and I'll change the layer so that line also get converted into the continuous line. Now go to the trim command and click here line which you don't want. Similarly, this line should not be there beyond this circle. So click that unwanted line. Similarly, this line is not necessary. So select that and delete. So this is what the top view we have drawn till this position, and also we know that the 12 mm is still continued till end position. So that's why I not trim this. This will be continued till what? End positions. So just complete there by line command. So this is how this vertical plate can be seen from the top, right? Two circles and then this 12 mm thickness plate. Now we can draw this rectangle for the foundation plate here, which is having dimensions 75 and 56. So I'll take line command. I'll measure 56. Enter. Perpendicular point. Go to the end and then end. So you have drawn a rectangle. Now there should not be any line between this vertical plate. So I'm just remove that line with the help of trim command. Also, we are supposed to draw the two circles present in that plate. Now here you can see, to draw these two circles, very first of all we must locate the center of the circles. So at a distance of 28 from this corner point, we can locate the center point of the circles having diameter 12 mm. Also, both the centers of the circles are at a distance of 45 mm. So with the help of this 45 mm and 28 mm, we can locate the centers of the circles first and then we will draw the circle. I'll choose the center layer, line command. I'll draw one line, center line here, and then I'll move this center line by a distance of 28. So I'll go to the move command, select this line, right click, left click on that line, drag the mouse on right hand side, give distance 28, enter. Now this is what the center line where the circles can be seen, but we have also been given the distance between the centers of the circles is 45 mm, or from any one end it is 15 mm. So I can draw another center line from this point here, and then I'll move this line by 15 mm on above. So I can move this line by 15 mm above, and then we can move this line directly in the same plane itself. Now same line you can draw here also using 15 mm, or you can also use mirror command. I'll go to the mirror command, select the line, right click, and click 2 points on the mirror because I want exact mirror image around this line itself. So I click the 2 points on this line. So here you can see the center line has been created. Now change the layer, go to the continuous, take circle command. First click the center point as a intersection of what? The two lines. Drag the mouse outward. As the diameter of the circle is given 12 mm, we'll give radius as 6, then enter. Same circle you can draw here. Center point, drag the mouse outward, give 6, then enter. These two circles can be seen in the top view. Apart from that, a rectangular slot can be seen in this base plate, which is having height 6 mm. As this rectangular slot cannot be seen directly from the top, but still the edges are moving from this point to end point. Similarly, from this corner point, the edge will be started and it will be ending on the end point itself. So we'll measure 12 mm from this line or this corner point on this side, and wherever we'll get that point, from that point we'll start drawing the hidden lines. So very first of all, I'll just copy this line, right click, left click, give 12, enter. So this line must be hidden, so select that line and change the layer to hidden one. So now you can see the dotted line is created at a distance of 12 mm from this point. Similarly, at a distance of 32 mm, the another dotted line can be seen. So I'll just copy this hidden line, select the hidden line, right click, left click on any one point on the line, drag the mouse on right hand side, give distance 32 and then press enter, then escape. So this is how it can be seen in the top view. Now we'll move to the front view. When you are going to draw the front view, we are going to start from the extreme left bottom corner point here. So we can draw 18 mm vertical line here. So go to the line command, 18 mm vertical line. Then from this corner point, it is moving to 56 towards right. So 56 towards right. Then it is coming down by 18 mm again. So 18 mm again. Then moving to the left by 12 mm. Moving to the left by 12 mm. Now it is moving vertically up by 6 mm. That is a rectangular slot given in that plate for which we have just drawn hidden lines. Now you can draw this line till 32 mm and then it will come down again by 6 mm. 6, enter, and then give the direction of the mouse on left hand side and type 12, enter. Now we are supposed to draw this cylinder first. That will be on extreme right hand side top corner. So here we are going to take help of the top view itself. I'll change the layer to the center layer, take line command and use the center line from the top view to the front view, because we are just projecting from top view to front view or front view to the top view. So this would be exactly match. Now once you are drawn here, we know that this cylinder can be seen as rectangle in the front view, right? So when we are going to draw the rectangle, the total length of the rectangle would be the diameter of this cylinder, and height can be seen as what? 25 itself. Or also you can take projections from the top view. Here in the top view, this line should not be there, as this must be a continuous surface. As you can see in the question diagram also, this must be a continuous surface. So that's why I trim these lines. Now you can take projections vertically upward in the front view. Take projection line, line command, and take projections vertically up. Now change the layer again, go to the continuous line, take line command and just create that rectangle which is having height 25 mm. So give 25, enter. Again it is moving to the end point over here and then vertically up. So this is the rectangle you have just created for this cylinder. Similar projections you can take for the circular hole also. Change the layer, take line command and take projections for this hole. And now you can change the layer again, go to the hidden line, take line command, and on this line you can draw hidden line, that is dotted line. So this is what the cylinder you have just drawn over here. Now you want to create this vertical plate itself. So you know that till this 36 mm position, it will be at the same position itself. So I'll just take these positions vertically up so that I can draw a line now, continuous line from this point to this point. Now after this point, where it is coming, when you are looking from the front, this line is coming to this point and this is ending on end of that plate. So I'll join a point, that is the end point of that diagram. So draw a line joining this point as shown in the diagram. Similarly, another line which is starting from bottom of the cylinder and ending on a line or edge which is moving from this corner. The way this edge is moving from this corner itself, so to this edge is parallel to this edge itself, and this vertical plate is ending on that edge itself. So I'll take line command, and from this corner point I'll try to catch this corner point, not this one, right? So what's left in the front view? Obviously the circular holes, but circular holes cannot be seen directly in the front view, so that's why you are supposed to show the dotted lines to be there for this circular hole. So on this surface we'll show the dotted lines that will be matching the diameter of this circle itself. Or you can take reference from the top view also. Take projection layer. I'm taking a reference for center line and hole both. So here I just taken reference for very first of all for center line, and then I have taken reference for the circular hole. Take line command, draw hidden line on this exact line, and then press escape. So guys, this way you have completed front view as well. Now come to the left hand side view. When you will be looking from the left, this rectangular plate can be seen at the bottom. So we are going to draw this plate first, which will be fitting in this block itself. So I'll choose the layer continuous one, and then I'll go to the rectangle. From this corner point, I'll create that rectangle which is having length as 75 and height. How much height is given? 18 mm. So I'll give height 18 and then press enter. So this is what a rectangular plate is created over here. Now you can directly draw the vertical plate 12 mm thickness, which is ending on what? At the top plane. So for that we are supposed to draw this axis of symmetry, which will be starting from the midpoint itself. So take line command using center layer, and mid to midpoint just join it. Now you are supposed to draw a vertical plate of 12 mm thickness. So I'll just copy this line on both sides by 6 mm. Right click, left click on line, 6, enter, 6, enter. Now just select these lines and change the layer to the continuous one. And then you can trim the unwanted line that should not be in the diagram. So this is how this side view can be looked, right? But beyond this 12 mm thickness plate, the cylinder part of cylinder can be seen as the rectangle itself. So the size of rectangle would be from this corner point to this corner point. That would be the diameter of the outer circle, that is 36, height 25. So I'll take line command. From this point I'll measure 18 mm, that is half of 36. But this line must be in what? The continuous layer itself. I'll choose this continuous layer, and then I'll draw another line of 18 mm on left hand side. Then I'll draw a height of 25 mm and then 36 and connect to the end point. If you see here, the part of circle cannot be seen because the 12 mm thickness plate is coming first, then the cylinder would be there. So that's why this edge of the cylinder should be removed. But there you can show the hidden line. Now here I want to draw hidden lines for the circular hole, the way you have just drawn in front view. So just copy these hidden lines. I'll copy this hidden line. Just right click and do left click on this center line at the top plane, and then drag the mouse on right hand side, come to the center line and just click there. Then press escape so that you can see the center lines have been shifted directly to here. Right? Similarly, I want to draw a rectangular slot here. For this position, I can see a dotted line from the side view. I take reference from front view to the side view for this rectangular slot. Then by changing the layer, come to the hidden line, and you can create hidden line from this end to last end. Now here it is the time to draw the circular holes that are given in this plate itself, which are at a distance of 15 mm from one point. I'll just change the layer to the center one, and I'll draw a line here. So I can move this line by 15 mm. As the distance here, it is given 15 mm from this edge. So I'll just move this line by 15 mm. So this is the center line of that hole itself. Similarly, at a distance of 45 mm, another center line can be seen. Similar, at a distance of 45 mm, another center line can be seen. So at a distance of 45 mm, another center line can be seen over here. So I'll just copy this line, right click, drag the mouse outward, give distance 45 mm, and then enter, escape. Now around which you can draw these hidden lines. Just copy these hidden lines directly. Once you select these hidden lines, right click, left click on this position itself at the center position, and come to the center positions over here. Click over here and come to this position, click over here. So you can see the dotted lines have been created for the circular hole which are present in the plate. So guys, this is all about the orthographic projections, but now it's time to give the dimensions also. You are supposed to give at least 8 to 10 dimensions. The dimensions are supposed to be given which are given in the question. I'll give very first of all the 63 total height. So for this point to this point, that is the total height that I'll give over here. I don't want this dimension to be in center line, so I'll change the layer to the continuous one. If you think you want to change the dimension style, just do the changes what we have just seen in the last video. De-enter, modify, symbols, arrow size, I'm making 6, text, I'm making 4.5, ISO standard 2, that is the offset from dimension line for the text. For extension line, offset from the origin, I'm making 2. Primary units, give single 0, and then click OK. Now click on set current and then close. So the 63 arrow, everything can be seen now properly. Diameter of 2 circles. Take a dimension, click on this circle, just zoom it and drag it outward, and you can give the dimensions. Now as per engineering drawing, this dimension line which you are giving for diameter of the circle, this should be approximately at an angle of 45 degree. You can give dimension for another circle in different orientation, like this is like it is showing the radius of this outer circle. So again it is shown at an angle of 45 itself. So this way you can show this diameter or radius of the circles approximately at an angle of 45 itself. So guys, in all total 8 to 10 dimensions are supposed to be given. You can check the questions, whatever the dimensions are given in the diagram, those dimensions should be repeated. Also you can give the dimension for the circle itself. So guys, once it is made, now you can create the rectangle within which the whole diagram should get fit. So I'll give the size of the rectangle as 420, as just we have discussed in earlier video, 420 and 297. Then click enter. If you see, the details of this overall dimension is not necessary, so select this and erase that. I just need to move this rectangle, so for that, move it freely. Just make this ortho mode off, select the rectangle, right click, click the left point anywhere, and then you can move this rectangle freely itself. If you want to reduce this rectangle in scale, go to the scale, select the rectangle, right click, select the base point, and then you can drag the way you want. Now using another rectangle command from this corner point, you can create the title block. Let's say I'm giving it 150 by 66, 150, tab key by 60, and then enter. And then the way we have discussed earlier, you can create the title block over here. So this is what your diagram is made: the front view, top view, and side view with all the hidden lines and the dimensions. So guys, this is what we have just drawn in front view, top view, and side view. When you are looking from the front view, the dotted lines will be coming this way. When you are looking from the top view, the dotted lines would be present over here. And then when you will be looking from the side view, the dotted lines can be seen like that. So these three views we have just drawn in AutoCAD. So guys, that's all about orthographic projections using AutoCAD. I hope you understood all these concepts in drawing orthographic projections using AutoCAD, all the commands, how to draw hidden lines, how to take references, how to create layers, how to annotate, giving text and all, how to set the dimension style, and how to give the dimensions. So that's all about orthographic projections using AutoCAD. In the next video, I'll take example of sectional orthographic. So guys, thank you so much. Keep practicing orthographic projections.